Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Afternoon Tune. I'm your host, Josh, and I got my co-host today, Dusk.
Hey, how you doing?
So, got a good show for you people today there. Got some good reviews, plenty of reviews, chock full of reviews that we got today. We got doing a review for The Conjuring, Last Rites there. We got a review for Lurker, got a review for Splitsville, The Long Walk, and Threesome there. So packed schedule today. Dust wasn't able to see a couple of the movies. He just wasn't able to see Threesome, but and also he wasn't able to see Lurker.
Yeah.
But still, hey man, you saw Splitsville, Long Walk, Conjuring, so you saw most of them. So
Pretty much, I did the best I could.
Yeah. I mean, the next few months is going to get pretty busy.
Yeah, that's where a lot of stuff is coming out. We're post summer into fall.
Yeah, I know October, November, December. Yeah, it's
back
gonna
to back, really.
It's gonna get pretty busy with the lineup of movies. So yeah, 3-4 movies at least probably got a review Fridays, but that's when we got other shows. Other shows there. We usually do shows Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, sometimes Wednesday there. I don't have any show planned for this upcoming Saturday there, but I'm gonna be watching movies because also what came out this week in addition to The Long Walk was that Demon Slayer movie, which I heard is doing really well. I think it's already one of the primed to be one of the highest grossing anime films in America of all time. I don't know if you're a Demon Slayer guy. I don't know if you watch Demon Slayer, but
I haven't.
Okay. Do you watch anime much in general?
I used to.
Okay. What changed there?
Around kind of the mid 2000s, just the style of anime and how it's being produced, it just stopped really catering to me.
Okay.
I'm an old school anime fan. I mean, I was watching Dragon Ball Z with Japanese, and I understand a word they were saying on channel 95 back in the turndials.
Well, maybe some still stuff. I mean, Sage from Rated M for Immaturity, he's a big JoJo fan. He said there's a new season of JoJo coming out. JoJo Bizarre Adventure. They're doing a new saga there. I don't know. It's pretty weird though. I don't know how.
Yeah, JoJo was weird even when it was being made.
Yeah. So I don't know if is JoJo maybe something cup your tea or nah, it's too weird for you. Okay.
Nah, it's all right, man. I've made my peace with it. I check some anime occasionally, but most anime made now it just doesn't pique my interest.
Okay. But yeah, so that's the big thing. Is that anime movie that's out this week. So I would do that with Sage. Speaking of him, I'll do that with him. So he's gonna watch it. He hates Demon Slayer, but he's gonna watch it for the show. So he likes anime. He loves anime. He watches a lot of anime, but hates Demon Slayer. So yeah, he's gonna watch that for the show, and we're gonna do that Monday. So his review may be a little tad bit biased given how much he hates the show there. So yeah, got that show planned for Monday there. Also Monday we do a mid-season review of Peacemaker. So 4 episodes are out right now, 8 episodes altogether. So do a mid-season review of that. Wednesday, no show planned there. But Friday, what comes out? I think next Friday is that horror film Him with Marlon Wayans comes out next Friday, next week there. I can't think of anything else coming out next week. Can you? I can't remember anything big right now, but right now I know Him is the big thing coming out. So yeah, there was slow news week. I know, not a lot has been going on in the world, but
well,
so, yeah,
something did happen, but we don't really want to talk about it. Probably,
yeah. So yeah, stuff like that there, but yeah, so that's what we got. Future reviews after this stream. We'll go ahead and raid somebody there. The Chill Spot, he's on right now. He's a good guy, good friend of the channel, been on the channel before. There we have Dante, and then he's on right now. I actually just played some 2 XKO with him. I'm in the beta for that, so I got the beta for that. So I played a little bit of that with him. Seems like he switched up games. Seems like he's playing Tina's World. Okay, switched up games there. Hunter from the Real Pineapple, he's also streaming right now. I don't know how long he'll be streaming. But yeah, he's streaming right now there. He's doing a review for The Paper, which is the Office spinoff show, and then also Dexter Resurrection season 1, which I hear it's actually pretty good. I hear Dexter Resurrection is pretty good there. Yeah, so I was actually thinking of reviewing that myself there, checking that out. But yeah, so good people to rate after this that we can do it. But yeah, no real news there, movie wise. There, we already did the trailers. I know there's some trailers that dropped
Mm.
that with Sage, and yeah, so nothing really there. Unless you saw something, maybe you want to see any trailer, any movie news, any.
Not particularly.
Okay, so yeah, nothing on that front. So we'll do one joint review. I'll do one solo one. We'll kind of go back and forth like that until we're done with the reviews. There, I'll do. Let's do the long walk first.
Okay.
Then after that, I'll do a review for Lurker, and then after that, we'll do a review for Splitsville, and then after that, I'll do a review for Threesome, and then we'll close that with the Conjuring, the Last Rites.
Mm.
So that'll be pretty good there. All right, let me pull up my notes for this movie, and we go ahead and get started. Very good. Good old Stephen King. Stephen
Mm.
King adaptation there. Man, what would be the world without a Stephen King adaptation?
I don't know, but if he keeps going at the pace he's going, we're gonna find out about that real soon.
uh, man. Why has he got some health problems or
Yeah, he's got varying issues. I mean, he got ran over by a car, survived
geez.
that. He was coked out of his mind while he wrote a lot of the books, especially it. It was a huge coke. Hit that in The Shining. So that guy's I mean, God bless him, he's surviving, but he did
Yeah.
a lot.
Yeah, he's 77 years old, Stephen King.
Yeah, that's what I'm
77.
saying. He did a lot. Amazed he's made it this far.
Yeah. Um, hmm, yeah. I just was searching his name there. I see he did his top 10 favorite movies of all time.
Mhm.
It's barely any horror movies in here. I don't think there's a horror movie on this list.
Yeah, as much of horror that he writes, he doesn't really consider himself a horror writer. That's
Mm,
not what even though he's been coined as like a master of horror, he doesn't really feel he's a master of horror. He just he writes stories that have thriller or horror elements in it, but he doesn't consider himself specifically a horror guy,
yeah.
even
Some
though that's what he's been advertised and what he's written mostly. Then
uh
again, I mean, he has written Shawshank. He wrote the short story Shawshank. He wrote Green Mile. He's written, uh, I think it's
yeah,
something in Autumn or the Seasons. He's written all sorts. He's written
yeah.
fantasy. He's written
Stand by Me.
Stand by Me. Yeah, he's written a lot of stuff. So
Mm,
he's not just horror, but he is most known for his horror books.
yeah. I see on this list, yeah, Close Encounters of the Third Kind,
Hmm.
Mean Streets, Jaws, Casablanca, Groundhog Day, Godfather Part 2. Yeah, okay.
I
So
mean, that's a good list.
yeah, it's decent. Yeah, it's a good list
Yeah,
there. A
pretty
lot of
good.
class. All right. So our first review of the day is going to be for a film called The Long Walk. It is a movie set in a dystopian future there, where you have participants, teenagers there that can
Mhm.
participate there in this walk, where they walk for days there until there's only one person left. Once there's one person left, they get a wish. That basically they can wish for whatever they want, but there's some limitations to that. Like they can't wish for like there to be a new president or something, or for there to be no more walks, or
Yeah,
so it can't be something that can change the
within
government.
reason.
Yeah, any institutional way. So there's kind of a little bit of limit to that, but for the most part, they can get kind of whatever they want. And this movie's directed by Francis Lawrence there. He's mostly directed a lot of the Hunger Games movies there, things like Catching Fire, the Mockingjay films. He's directed a lot of those. And this movie stars Cooper Hoffman, who's the son of Philip Seymour Hoffman, who people might have seen. He was in Licorice Pizza there, which I liked him in Licorice Pizza.
I
I
think
thought he
that
was,
was his debut.
yeah, I think that was his debut film there. This is based on a short story, as the trailer mentioned there, from
His
Stephen
first
King.
short story.
Oh, wow, his very first one. Okay, I did not know
Yeah,
that.
this was this was when he was in his first 2 years of college as a
Oh,
student, and this was
wow.
8 years before he published Carrie when he was a teacher. So he
Yeah.
wrote this while in college as a young man.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, so that's
under a
amazing.
pseudonym, but he released this along with I believe his pseudonym was Brockman, and he released it under the Brockman books,
Mm.
Brockman books, and that became a collection
Oh,
of
nice.
stuff that he wrote under his pseudonym.
Okay, very good. Thank you, Dusk.
Mhm.
Yeah, so you have him there. Yeah, I said based on a short story from Stephen King there. Cooper Hoffman starring in this. And this also has other cast members. David Johnson's in this as well. People might know he was an alien Romulus there. Which I liked him. He was the android in that.
He's by far the most interesting part in that movie.
Yes, I thought he was one of the best things about that movie. He's one of the best things about this movie as well, and we'll get into that more.
Mhm.
But yeah, I mean that's kind of the basic setup here. I mean, you just got people there. They have to walk at 3 miles per hour. If they don't walk at 3 miles per hour all day and all night without stopping, then they get a warning. They get one warning, then they get a second warning, then they get a third warning. If they don't get their ass moving to 3 miles per hour by the
Mhm.
third warning, then that's it. Then they
Yeah,
die.
they get taken out.
And there's no breaks, there's no bathroom breaks, there's no rest at all. Just it's nonstop until there's only one person left. And that's kind of just the basic setup you have of this movie here. Dusk, what were your
Mhm.
thoughts on The Long Walk?
Well, if I recall correctly, this movie was directed by Francis Lawrence,
Yeah.
correct? Yeah, he
Mhm.
did all. If this movie at all reminds me of anything, is this reminded me a bit of I Am Legend, which he did direct, and specifically his work on the Hunger Games. He actually directed all the Hunger Games except for the very first one, and this one definitely has that feeling and vibe in the cinematography and in the direction. But what I like most about this movie is it adheres very close to the short story. It deviates in parts, but it adheres to the basic premise of this story picks up right in media res. They don't waste any time. They're just like, so this is what's happening. You guys are going on a walk. You guys have volunteered. Here are the characters. Here's the moments. And go.
Mm,
And that sets the immediate understanding of the situation. And it's a very simple premise. So with that, it's almost a bottleneck movie. Despite it moving to different locations, it's a very close-knit movie. Most of them are unfortunately fodders. There's about 50 characters in this, even in the short story, more actually. But it's only going to be a handful of people that are focused on. And so you kind of see their story and how they talk within each other and with their personalities. This movie, while having a horror edge to it, is more of a thriller, more of a character study, specifically on how people are dealing with it. In this world, it definitely feels like a dystopian, screwed up kind of a world where they would allow such a thing here, but the characters don't really dwell on it because that's just what they know.
mm,
That's just how it's been. The movie also never really, just like the short story, doesn't really extrapolate on the hows and whys, which is both its biggest strength and it's also weakness from its book. Is there isn't a lot of super world building in it, and that's fine because you really kind of don't need that. Really, you're just focusing on the event and the walk itself and the grueling amount of punishment. At first, it starts all right, and eventually, people start going down one by one, and you start getting people start getting sick, and things start happening. And tension starts building. Is well, who's going to make it? And
mm,
you don't really know. Even in the you can guess who the characters are, but you don't really know people's story. You don't know the situations. You don't know how it's all going to be delivered. And I think, surprisingly enough, he was able to the director and the actors in general were able to capture that very simple premise, but also keep it relatively enthralling throughout the process.
mm, yeah. And hey, how's it going there, Lemmy Winks? What's up, man?
E-
Thank you for stopping by. Yeah, I mean, simple premise, but executed really, I think, in an interesting way.
Mhm.
Because you think like, how interesting could it be just to see people walk? But like, I mean, this is people walking all day, all night without breaks, and
Yeah.
these people, they can't even use the bathroom. So there's some scenes where characters, he's trying to take a shit and a gun is pointing right at his head. And he's like, man, just pinch it off, man. Just come on, man. Come on. Just get back to 3 miles per hour so you
Yeah.
don't get killed. So there's that tension to things. There's the element you said people get sick. There's
Oh
one
yeah.
person in the movie who breaks his ankle and he's walking on a broken ankle for miles until finally there's just some people just give up. They're just like, I just can't go anymore. Like, I just can't do this.
Yeah.
And then that's it. And there's a great job with this movie. What it does is building them camaraderie between the people, between
Yeah.
the guys there, and you see them bouncing off each
Yeah, they
other.
call themselves the Musketeers.
The Musketeers, yeah, and you see that, and that's you have Cooper Hoffman there. You got David Johnson. There's another actor there who Ben Wang, who we just saw in Karate Kid. He's in this as well, and then also you got Tut Newitt there. He's also, I think, part of the crew
Mhm.
there. They do really well there, I think, is being part of that crew. And then you really got kind of like six people that the camera really focuses on, that really
Yeah.
gets most of the dialogue there. And you get to see them, and then you have some people who is just like the troll who's just trying to
Yeah.
mess with people to throw them off their game. That's a character, his name is his actor's name is Charlie Plummer
Yeah,
there.
Gary Barkovich.
Gary Brockovich there. You got him. Then you got some people in the contest who's like, listen, I'm not trying to make no friends. I don't give a fuck
Yeah.
about anybody. I'm just here to win. And then you get Stibbins. That's the guy that kind of is like
Yeah.
that. But
Very
yeah,
quiet, enigmatic, kind of keeps to himself. You only know him as Stebbins. He doesn't even give his first name.
Mm, yeah, and everybody in this has a number as well. The people there that are, because you have these military figures that are alongside them as well with them in this journey with the walk. And yeah, they just say, "Hey, number 38, hey, you losing pace. What's happening?" Like
Yeah.
first warning, second warning, third warning. And one of the major military figures that you see in this is Mark Hamill, who plays Major Himmel, I think is his
The
name.
Major.
The Major, yeah. You just yeah, so he didn't even have a last. He just called the
No, he's
major
just
there.
the Major. As he
Uh,
was in the book. In the books, he doesn't even have a name. He's just referred to as the Major.
yeah. So you got him in this. But yeah, I mean he's pretty good there. He uses his Brooklyn guy voice to full effect here with the sternness of that. And then that kind of works. But yeah, I mean you really end up feeling for even the people that you think are like assholes, like even them, it's like, man, I kind of fell for that dude a little bit.
Yeah.
I think that's a great accomplishment of the film itself to do that. And like I said, I mean, the chemistry between everybody was really great. And seeing them kind of all work together, but like, well, only one of you can. It's like
Yeah,
only
that
one person can make it.
it's the ultimate tragedy of as much as you celebrate the bravado and the camaraderie and everyone work together, the ultimate tragedy, and the movie makes you like feel that camaraderie. Even the short story as well is like it's glad that everybody's kind of working together and kind of creating this friendship. And it's yeah, but you forgot the tagline of this whole thing is there can only be one. Only one
Mm,
of you is going to make it,
yeah.
and you're just kind of it's almost this sad discovery of realizing almost having to go against their nature is like the only way this is ever gonna end is that we just kind of have to stop. We have to stop our camaraderie. We kind of just have to let it just happen.
Mm,
That's the real tragedy of this. Is just everything works is like everything you build this relationship between everybody and like everyone's trying to work together and continue. And that's that realization of yeah, no, only one of us is gonna make it.
mm,
And who's it gonna be?
yeah. So I think it'll hold your interest, and it'll
Mhm.
really make you feel that all the way through there of who's gonna make it. It's
Yeah.
like, oh, not this person or not that person, and just like I said, all the horror that comes with this of doing this walk, of all the things that can happen to you while you're doing this, like
Mhm.
you're having hallucinations, um,
Oh, yeah.
all that, like people just like you said, the trailer, the one guy who just drops because he's convulsing and he just his body shuts down and he can't do it. So that so you think like, how
And,
horrific can this be? But I think it
there
works.
there is violence in it, and when the violence happens, they don't shy away from it, and it's very quick and very punchy, and just like, "Oof."
Mm. Yeah. And at first, there's like kind of like a fake out of one person that you think is going to be the first victim, but then the first victim comes, and then it's like you're kind of reacting how the characters are, like, oh shit, like that kind of wakes them up, like you're in the character shoes as well. They do a great job at that of like this is real, like oh shit, this is really
Yeah, they're not
happening, like
playing. This
you
is
know,
this is it.
yeah, we're really in this. Yeah, I enjoyed this a lot. And I thought it's very effective in that. I mean, the director Francis Lawrence, like I said, his experience at doing dystopian YA kind of stuff comes in handy there, being the director of the Hunger Games films. I think that's added in to good effect here with the long walk there that has that same kind of feel to it. Um, I think that works. I think
Mhm.
the actors in this film all do a really good job. Like I said, they do a really good job at showing the camaraderie between everybody, and you that really makes you connect with them, like them as people there. And even like I said, this is the beginning of the movie right here. This part of it, I mean, the movie immediately opens up. You see it. He's just dropped off by his mom at the competition, and it's like, okay, let's go. I mean, we're ready there. So I think the movie does a great job at that as well. So, and like I said, the horror aspect here, I think works as well. The just not only the military people there, that is also there, but just the brutality of walking for days on hours nonstop for
Mhm.
hundreds of miles. I think they add that as well to it and capture that very well.
Mhm.
So I would give this strong tune in. What about you there, Dusk?
Yeah, I was really happy to see that they both didn't stretch out the movie longer than needed. They kept the essence of the short story, changed some bits, altered some things. The ending is different. The ending in the short story is way bleaker than the ending in this, which is already pretty bleak. But uh, I for better or worse, I can't really say honestly. It depends on the taste, really. The themes in the story are basically the same. So that was the to me what was really important. And this may be one of the better adaptations, although we've had two pretty solid adaptations for what it's worth. Um, I believe it was like Life of Charlie came out earlier this year.
Oh, the life of Chuck.
The Life of Chuck, yeah, the Life of Chuck.
Well,
So that
I
was another
guess
Stephen King work.
you gave him his full name, Charlie. There,
Yeah,
yes.
Charlie. Yeah, Life of Charlie, Chuck. Uh, yeah. So yeah, I kind of have to go with you. I think this is a good performances, solid ball neck movie, limited budget. They knew what they needed to shoot, and they kept the emotions and character and kept it as a character study more so than anything else. You never really get any extra information about the world. Why is this happening? Why are they doing this? What's going on? It's like that doesn't matter. Just like in the short story, it's just a hypothesis of the situation and just enough that you can get the situation to happen and see these characters and how you interact.
Mm,
So I have to give this along with you a strong tune in. I think this is well worth a watch.
yeah. Okay. Strong tune in.
Hmm.
So two strong tune ins
Hmm.
for The Long Walk in theaters now. So it had a budget of 20 million.
Yeah,
It's so far it's made a box office of 1.3 million.
yeah.
But yeah. Did you go to one of those screenings where it was a treadmill in there? I kind of want to do that. I wish I went to one of those screenings there.
That would have actually been a very interesting screening if I went to. No, I went to like a regular screening, but actually, that might have actually made it way more to the point.
Yeah. You think you could do that? Yeah, 3 miles for like an hour, and this movie's an hour 48 minutes. You think you could do that?
Uh, I honestly don't know.
Yeah.
I walk a
Now,
lot, but I don't know if I could do that.
yeah. I know one of the things with Stephen King, you mentioned the changes to the book. In
Yeah,
the book, they have to walk
it's
miles
4 miles,
per hour.
and he
Uh,
asked them they change that because he felt it kind of took away from the realism. He's like 3 miles is doable. It's
yeah,
in it's tough, but it's doable. 4 is just too much.
yeah. I don't know. Maybe they should. I was talking to I think it was Sage about it. I was like,
Yeah.
or Nick. I was like, maybe they should do this in theaters. Just put in treadmills. Maybe they should do
I
that.
mean, honestly, I'd get more out of it. I would lose weight at the same time instead of sitting. I just watch. I could walk. I do that at home anyway. Sometimes I'll walk or do other stuff while I'm watching a movie.
Yeah, you got like one of those walking pads or something.
Yeah, I have a very small one because I don't have a huge place. So, but I have a small travel one where I just kind of do a small walking pad and I do other things, or I'm making something up in the living room or working on something and I'll watch a movie and then I
Hmm.
move around and do stuff.
Okay. Yeah, nice. Well, yeah. So that was our thoughts there on The Long Walk there.
Mhm.
All right, people. I'm gonna do a solo review real quick, and then we'll move on to another joint review with my buddy Dust there. I'm surprised you're not using your new profile. You got the new sketch there, upgraded. You.
I
Dust 2.0. You got to upgrade
I
software upgrade.
do. I forgot to put it in.
Yeah.
I need to double check it. I know you sent it to me. You might have to send it to me again because I think it's further in the log. I believe.
Yeah, no problem there.
Yeah,
So we are
upgrade
doing it.
when I downloaded it.
We're gonna put some faces on the thumbnails now. Apparently, people love faces on thumbnails. So
I mean,
try to
why not? It's easier, and also you're not going to get a blurry camera for the rest of the video. You know.
yeah. All right. So, our next review is a film called Lurker. Lurker is a movie I saw. Dust did not get a chance to see. Even though I think he should check this out, and I'll let him know why. This movie
Ooh.
is written, directed by Alex Russell here. What is this movie about? So, it's about this retail worker here, played by Theodore Paleri, who plays a Matthew there. He works at this retail store that a lot of celebrities come into to shop. And then on his day, he meets a artist by the name of Oliver, who's played by Archie Maddock. Who people might know. He was in Gran Turismo. He was in that film that we reviewed there. He was a star of that. He was also in Saltburn. He's been in Midsummer before there. And yeah, he's this famous artist. People really know who he is. And when he meets him in the store, when he sees him, it's like he's trying to play it cool. Matthew, he's like, oh, I'm not that impressed, by this famous guy. I'm trying to be cool. And then he impresses him, the artist there, Oliver. Matthew impresses him by putting on a song there that he's like, oh, hey, this is pretty cool. And then he invites him to his place. He gets his number. They start hanging out. And Matthew's like, he feels super included. He feels like, hey, me and this guy are best friends. And he's kind of also becoming friends with a famous person and hanging out with part of his crew and entourage. He becomes kind of semi-famous himself. He's people coming to him in the street going like, man, I look up to you, man. I admire you. Like, what do I have to do to be you? And he's got people who want to take photos with him just because he's friends with, this famous artist there. And he kind of gets a high off that. After kind of an incident happens between the two of them, then things kind of become a little bit more dangerous there between the two of them. Matthew starts getting a little bit more obsessed, and I'll kind of leave it at there for people to watch the movie and kind of let those things kind of see those things unfold for themselves. I really enjoyed this a lot. I really love movies like this. I love kind of these type of tense, kind of stalker type things kind of going on here, which is what you kind of have here. And I was in the theater by myself, and I was like laughing out loud at some points, because it just was so crazy the lengths this guy was kind of willing to go to.
Yeah.
And I was just kind of like, well, it's just fucking wild here.
Was this like a non-comedic version of a movie we watched a couple of months ago that was meant to be a comedy of the guy who wants to be friends with Paul Rudd?
Friendship with Tim
Friendship,
Roth.
yeah. Is that like
Kind
a
of, yeah.
non-black comedy version?
It's kind of a little bit more serious version of it. Yeah, a little bit
Okay.
kind of more serious of that.
Josh, you're like a fly on the wall. You just like being there and watching crazy ass shit, and just like, I'm glad I'm not involved. It's just crazy.
Yeah, hey man, I'm glad it's not me, man. And I love stuff like that. And then you see kind of the dynamics. Did you ever see the movie Ingrid Goes West? Did you ever see that movie?
Oh god, yeah, I eventually did.
Oh, okay. You didn't like it?
No, I said it more on like the stuff that happens in it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's very very stalkery. Like
Okay.
there are a lot of scenes where you're just like, okay, yeah, this is a little too real on how awkward and how like I should probably walk away.
Yeah. Like if I had to compare it to a movie, like I think some comparisons I've heard of it, it is very much like Ingrid Goes West there. If people saw that movie, I think it's very good with Aubrey Plaza there. And it's about this woman who becomes like obsessed with this social media influencer. Kind of similar to that. But this also like kind of like Friendship has more of a comedic bent to it than I think that the movie I'm discussing Lurker does. But yeah, I think that Lurker, yeah, it's kind of more of a thriller drama kind of aspect there. But yeah, so and also just to see the dynamic amongst like this friend group, like there are people who are just kind of these hanger-ons in a way. It's like, okay, what do you exactly contribute? And you see people like jostling for position to be closer to him. It's like, oh no, I do this, and you do that. It's like, okay, this is my role within the group, and I don't want that to be overtaken. And then you kind of see that when Matthew, who he has a coworker there that he works with, that he's really good friends with, and all of a sudden when he brings his coworker around, the new friends he's hanging out with, they start to really take to him and they start to like
Mm.
him, and then he gets really jealous, and you see how that kind of works out. That starts to the descend there. And I really love that aspect of it. And there's a certain point here where, like I said, that just it becomes more obsessive, that I just was like, man, I was just laughing because it was just so uncomfortable. It was just like, damn, this is rough to kind of just be around and just sit through and look at. So I have to really praise the performances there for that. Also, the director Alex Russell. I don't think I've heard of this guy before. I think this is his feature film debut, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it
Mm.
is. He's only directed a music video before. And he's also done some TV stuff. He did like The Bear,
Mm.
Beef, as well there. And but I just thought that was kind of just very interesting and fascinating, seeing this entourage of this famous person, all these people trying to, it examines kind of that, like much like Ingrid Goes West, the obsession with kind of fan culture
Yeah.
there. This kind of examines those same kind of things, but in a way that's more like the obsession with fame and the need for fame. I mean, we've seen this kind of thing before in movies, but I
Mhm.
think in this way it's tackled in a they approach it from a good, different, interesting angle, which I really liked a lot.
Nice.
But yeah, I recommend. Hey, people, if Dust, I want to get your thoughts if you see this movie there. And this is
Yeah.
made by Mubi as well, who did
Movie?
Mubi. Yeah, Mubi. When they responsible for the Substance too, right? Mubi.
Oh god, yeah, you're right.
So Mubi's been doing some bangers, I think. I mean, they've been doing some.
They're certainly different.
They're the new maybe A24. They take an A24 spot. Yeah, doing some fucked up weird movies. So movies coming along there. Yeah. Maybe this is still in theaters. This is kind of a smaller film, so I don't know if it'll still be in theaters. It'll probably be on streaming, but if people see it on streaming, I recommend people checking it out. Um, so this I'd give this a high tune in to kind of a low peak. Actually, I'm gonna give it a low peak for this there. But yeah. I mean, there's some, not to say it's all doom and gloom. I mean, I don't know, maybe I'm kind of fucked up, so maybe people are different, but I think there's some okay comedic moments in it. Like there is Zach Fox who's in this, who in real life Zach Fox is he's a musician himself. He's also done some acting. I like Abbott Elementary. He's been in that. And he's very funny. He's a really funny guy, and he's kind of like the comedic relief in this, and with another guy. And yeah, I think he provides some good kind of laughter in here and in some
He
moments.
needs some levity.
Yeah. So I think he kind of adds that to the movie as well there. And then there's also,
Yeah.
people might have saw in the trailer, the woman from Bottoms is also in this. I was happy to see.
Yeah, I was about to mention, like, I've seen her before, right?
Yeah, Havana Rose
Mm.
Liu there, who was in Bottoms. Yeah, she's in this. She's the manager of the
Okay.
guy there, so she's in this as well. So
I mean,
good
that must be
cast.
nice to see. I mean, Bottoms was your movie of the year.
Yeah, I'm always happy to see the Bottoms cast. Yeah,
Mm.
like it's like those are my star. I was like, oh shit, is Io Deary. Oh shit, is Rachel Sennett. Oh shit, is that? Yeah, I always, even in that shitty John Woo movie about
Oh, yeah.
artificial intelligence. I forgot the name of it, but even she
Yeah.
was in that. I was happy to see her. I was like, oh shit, you from Bottoms. Oh shit. So yeah. So Lurker, yeah, low peak there for me for this movie. Check it out, people. All right. Very good there. Let's get you back here, man. At
Nice.
this. With a joint review. I'm pulling my notes for it. I'm gonna get started. Man. All right, let's do some Splitsville. Man. Hopefully we don't Splitsville. Hopefully we don't. All right, let's get into this. All right, people. So our next review is a joint review, me and Dusk. So both of us saw this movie, and that movie is Splitsville. Splitsville is a movie directed by Michael Angelino Cavano there, who also stars in this movie as well as one of the couples. So in this movie here, you have two pairs of couples here. You have Adriana Orhana there, who plays Ashley there, as you see in this trailer there. Also, you have another couple there with Dakota Johnson. And as I mentioned, the director there, Adriana Orhana is married to a guy named Kerry, who's played by Kyle Marvin in this. And this movie starts off with you have Adriana Arjona and Kyle Marvin there, Carrie and Ashley, who's that couple, and they are going on a trip there to meet their very more wealthy friends who live in this really super nice house on the lake. And then in their midst of going to this house on the lake, there's a incident that happens. I'll leave it at that for people to watch the movie. There's an incident that happens that kind of makes the character Ashley rethink her whole life and go like, you know what? I don't want to be with you anymore, and I want a divorce. And they haven't even been together that long. It's only been they've been married only a year, a little over a year. And she's like, you know what? I don't want to be with you anymore. And that which leads the guy you saw in the trailer. Him just gets out the car and he doesn't even let her finish the rest of her statement. Like she's gonna read off this huge long thing she already has prepared.
Yeah, she's been basically the whole incident reads off of I've been meaning to say this for the last couple of months. I just hadn't gotten around to it, or I've been debating in it. But in her head, it was already over. Like she already had made the decision, and she was gonna like, oh, I had this whole speech prepared, and he's just like, peace, and he just bounces.
Yeah. Which, hey, if I was
no, smart move. I was just like, F you.
Yeah. I mean, hey, look at
she's fine.
I mean, Adrian, look at her,
she's
man.
fine.
I mean, if I was him, I'd be like running out the fucking car too. I'd be like, oh shit, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, look at her. I mean, come on. This is especially looking at Kyle Marvin. It's like, man, this is the best looking woman you ever met.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's like, man, you got fucking lucky. So yeah, he just gets out, just runs there, and he ends up running to the house of his wealthy friends. Like I said, Dakota Johnson there and Michael Angelina Cavano. And then they end up telling him that, hey, actually, we're in a open relationship there. And, you know, we see other people, you know, she does her thing. I do my thing. You know, we just are respectful to each other and we just kind of do that. And it's kind of the story about these two fucked up couples there. And you see Kyle Marvin, there's a lot of going back and forth of, you know, emotions and relationships and feelings. And, you know, you have Adriana Arjona's character, Ashley, who she's separated from her husband there. She's dating all these other different type of guys. And then, it's just a huge mess of a situation between these four people. What are your thoughts on Splitsville there, Dusk?
So I'm going to use a term that I actually, while I was looking around, I happened to see get thrown around with this movie, those people who have seen it. This is basically an unromantic comedy. This has nothing like, well, normally you have a romantic comedy. It's like, oh, you know, they go for some stripes and then they make up. No, this is super screwed up. You guys think one half thinks they're in like a perfectly good relationship, and then the other half he just gets the bomb of a century of just the incident that happens, and that just completely rocks him. And then he goes and makes what he thinks is, oh, well, it's gonna. They said it's okay. This is okay, and it's all right. And then that completely unravels because he basically crosses a line. Well, two people cross a line that they definitely shouldn't have. And it's a whole movie of crossing lines that people either weren't exploring or weren't mentioning when they made arbitrary open views. This whole movie is basically like, look, I feel like I'm almost like co-host 5000 from the spill.com days. If you're going to cheat, keep me out of it.
Oh man, I mean, it's in the trailer, right? Of who Dakota Johnson sleeps with. I think that's in the trailer, right?
Oh, so it is.
Yeah. Okay, so you know, you have Carrie, who after he hears that information, he sleeps with Dakota Johnson, who's the wife of his best friend, and that's where things especially get off. And there's like a big fight scene that happens. You see it in the trailer as well. Probably the best fight scene all this year I've seen. Fuck Nobody 2. Fuck that movie with Ke Huy Quan. Was it Love Hurts?
God. I'm surprised you even remembered Love Hurts.
Well, I just did a worst of, and that was on my list.
Okay, all right, fair enough. Otherwise, I'd have been like, why? I don't.
Yeah. So that is like the most comically great fight scene I've seen all year. I mean, that was just really great there. And then if you watch it, it goes to different parts of the house and it just keeps ramping up. It's like a Looney Tunes ass fight.
Yeah. It's even on the poster, Splitsville, an unromantic comedy. Yeah. So they
Oh,
knew right from it. Yeah, this basically a bunch of selfish people. And the one dude who just wanted to have a normal relationship does something because he's like, oh well, it's gonna work out. And then that just unravels everything.
yeah. The one dude, it seems like, I mean, even though these people are kinda most of them are kinda bad, I mean, I don't know, you kinda still I think they do a good job of making you kinda like them there. I
They're
mean, the
quirky enough, but
yeah,
they're all most of them are dirtbags.
yeah. I mean, this is the energy I wanted for the film that Dakota Johnson was in earlier this year,
Yeah.
Materialist. This is the energy I kinda wanted for this.
Yeah, that's the cleaned up version of what this is.
Yeah, and it
And
didn't have the same
yeah.
snappiness. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut
No,
you
no,
off.
no, it's all good. It also didn't have Pedro Pascal, so you weren't hit with Pedro Pascal fatigue.
Mm. Now, I don't know, maybe. I mean, maybe that was the difference, or just I also think the writing in this is just
Oh
better. It's
yeah.
just snappier. The between all the leads in this movie, they're the four leads. It just kind of works better. Yeah, I mean, this is kind of the same. Some of the energy I wanted for something like that. And you said like on the poster it says unromantic comedy there because even at the end you're like, are these people going to be okay? Are they not going to be okay?
Probably
Like
not, if I'm gonna be honest.
like, that's kinda up in the air. I don't know if this is like a would be a good date movie to see with
No, this
your
would be a horrendous date movie. But I do think what makes this movie unique is if you wanted to have an almost a similar Judd Apatow movie, but now that's kind of what you're getting here in a. So Judd Apatow, he made movies. He and his comedian, everybody in cast, they made pretty groundbreaking movies. They did Knocked Up. They did
Mhm.
other movies like 40-Year-Old Virgin, other things like that. That was pushing the envelope back then of like, oh, I don't. People really don't talk about that. This Splitsville kind of feels like a lesser version of that. But while Judd Apatow would try to kind of maybe try to like clean up a little bit or have a little more yeah, Splitsville's like, no, yeah, these guys are just kind of trash, and you're just kind of watching what's happening, and it it will end how it ends, but you already kind of guess how it's going to go. Because the thing about this movie that I did at least like quite a bit was more ridiculous shit just keeps happening. Like the open relationship, you don't realize how open it was. So when it gets to like the when it gets like his best friend is so angry and fighting and whatever, you're like, dude, look how many like dudes you've let plow your girl.
It
Like,
it
what
gets
are you
kinda
talking
wild.
about? You're mad at that point, and it's all like they're all jealous. They're all jealous and bitter. And his wife, who's just about to break up with him, wanted to divorce, only starts getting like possessive or angry, or is because he could sleep with another woman.
Mm,
So now that it's well, I got to cheat on you, and that showed it was like, oh, you could get another woman. Well, wait a minute, you're already mine, and it's like, no, you were just about to divorce me. But that fits unfortunately with a lot of modern, almost like modern dating culture right now, where it's that weird reverse psychosis of, well, if I can get more women, that makes me attractive, but also that makes me kind of a piece of crap. But also, if I didn't, she wouldn't respect me.
mm, yeah. I
And
mean,
it kind of just makes fun of all of that. It's like, yeah, no, you're all just terrible people. You guys got a lot of problems.
yeah, and, I mentioned the director, he's also the writer of the movie, and then also co-written the movie is Kyle Marvin there, who's
Yeah.
also the actor in this, who I think so they do a really good job with it as well. Um, it's funny. I think it is funny there. Dakota Johnson, sometimes I'm kinda in or out on her as, like, do I like her as an actress or do I not like her as an
She's kind of the
actress?
weak link in a lot of things that I see.
You know, is it just that she's in sometimes in good movies and that's maybe why I kinda like
I think she's a very limited actress. I think she's a cute looking woman, but she doesn't have a lot of range. She's very limited on what you give her, and if you give her good material, she'll give in a fairly good performance. But if you ask her to go beyond that, she's not gonna deliver you anything beyond that.
mm. I feel
She's
like
very limited.
I feel like I'm like it's kinda like that episode of The Office where they're discussing Hillary Swank hot or not, and, like, you got some people that are kinda, like, on the fence, like, "Oh, I don't know, maybe it's like I gotta have like this internal debate. Like Dakota Johnson, good actress, bad actress. I don't know. It's like this kind of internal debate thing. But I did like her in this. I thought she was good in this. I thought she worked. I think the part she's playing works for her type of personality and acting ability. I did like her in this. And like you said, I mean, Adriana Ohana, I mean, she's a man eater, man. I mean,
Yeah.
she's a man. I mean, and then I don't know what she doing to these dudes. I guess it's just because she's Adriana Ohana, because like when she's dating other people, like she collects people. Like these people just won't go away. Like she only with these dudes for like a couple of weeks, and they staying at her apartment. And they're like, but I just like I can't get over you. It's like, damn. I mean, she got some power on her. It's like, man,
I
I
mean,
see.
she's a fine looking woman, absolutely.
Yeah. So it's
But
just like,
it's the again, it's the level of they're all jerks. The only one who's like semi not a jerk, or at least fairly innocent on the situation, is our main character, who's just kind of stuck in a really crappy situation, like Paul,
mm.
Michelangelo Covino. Like he's just no, sorry, not Michael. Sorry, my bad. What do I? Why did I?
Carrie.
Yeah, Carrie. Sorry, Carrie. Kyle Marvin. Yeah, yeah. Carrie's just in a bad way, and he
Mm.
thought he was gonna make like he was hurt, and so he thought he could get comfort because it's like, oh well, I guess if it's cool, and he crosses a line, and that sets Paul completely, utterly crazy, and everything starts unwounding. Ashley tries to psychoanalyze, like I'm sorry, Julie starts to psychoanalyze, and Ashley's just being like a man eater who's jealous and envious, and it's just but also is kind of fiending after Paul. Like it's a mess. It's a
Mm.
goddamn mess, and all Carrie wanted was a goddamn relationship. That's all he wanted.
Yeah. I was like, I mean, y'all just been married for like a year. Can y'all go to at least couples counseling for like
No,
I
I
don't
mean,
know.
I'm gonna be perfectly honest. Ashley, there is no marriage counselor for Ashley. Ashley should
Mm.
have never married. Like that's what made me. I actually got really angry with watching her in this movie. I'm
Mm.
like I don't like any of the characters except for Carrie. I felt bad for him. That's actually where a lot of the comedy was just me shaking my head. I'm like, oh god, it's just getting
Mm.
more and more ridiculous. Which they do a good job of balancing it, but it's that level where you're just like, Paul, why did you open up your relationship with Julie if you're going to be this mad? You were cool with all that other stuff, which makes you stupid. Julie is a manipulative person, as Dakota Johnson. She's extremely manipulative.
Mm.
And Ashley, she's just a raw dog man eater who's
Yeah.
extremely beautiful, but she has no maturity, no level of expression beyond I want what I want. I want my desire. She has no patience. So I'm like, why did you even bother marrying Carrie? Why'd you bother?
I mean,
Seriously, if you weren't going to put the real effort and time in, why would you in a relationship? And I
well,
think because yeah, no, she gives her reasons. It's bullshit. It's
well,
bullshit.
I mean, some of these people, the way they behave, it's
Yeah,
like this
extremely
would make
childish.
it would yeah, like it would make more sense if they were like in their 20s. Like
Yeah,
these are people well
either in
into
the
their
30s,
30s.
almost
And
40s.
it's just like, I mean, the whole thing. I mean, I don't want to keep her because I like Adriana Ohana
Yeah,
movie. I
yeah,
like her
yeah.
character in the movie. I don't hate her character or anything like that. I think she's just amongst these other kind of shitty people and all this chaos. But just as an example, like Ashley's character is like, she's meeting all these different dudes of all different types, like a mentalist and black cowboy and a sporty athletic guy and all these different type of guys of all these different type of races. And she even dates a woman at one point. She even dates a woman. And it's just like, it seems like you didn't figure this out like when you were in college or you're like
Yeah.
20s or something. Like you didn't figure this out. Like you didn't have all those experiences before. And then when it's like, okay, now I'm ready, but I guess that's what bring back materialists. Like you do have people like that. So,
Yeah.
you
Yeah,
can go.
no, she was the kind of person you know what? Ashley is the hey, Lucky Dog. Nice to see you, Lucky Dog podcast. uh she is the kind of person, and I've met people like her. She is the kind of person where she hasn't hit the wall yet. She's still beautiful. She still thinks she has a massive amount of options. And she does. She can get any man she wants, but she can't keep any because she doesn't know how to keep a man because she keeps exploring and trying all these different things and going to Bone Town and doing whatever she wants to do. And the same thing with guys. Guys do this too. I've seen this with a lot of guys who just would go out and just have a bunch of different people, women, and explore and what have you. And at the and after, I don't know, once they get past their 30s, then they start, oh, maybe I should start to slow down. Ash is like, yeah, I guess I'll maybe do that. That's what I'm supposed to do. I'm starting to feel that I'm slightly hitting the wall. But then she just can't let that go. And so she keeps going. And it's like, no. You do whatever you want with your life, but you have to understand the consequences. But you dragged another person into this, and now you're still trying to act it. It's just, that's what frustrated me the most. That's what makes this movie both interesting and also frustrating, is because of how kind of real to life it is, where there are people like this who are just so blinded in their own selfish wants and desires. And I'm going to be honest, and especially with Paul, it's like, Paul, Julie, the moment you guys had an open marriage, your relationship was over. It was over. Why even like put the pretense? This ain't no 60s swinger situations.
You don't believe in the open swingers? That can work. You don't believe in that?
I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying. I've unfortunately seen this situation happen, and it's frustrating because you can give all the advice in the world to somebody. You can give all the advice to, like, hey, treat that person with respect, do what you got to do. But they're just going to be like, no. And I guarantee you, if they had a sequel to this movie, we'd still probably never make. And we jump 10 years from now to Ashley. She's hit the wall, and no guy wants her. And she's immediately lost all that. And now she'll come crawling, or just go and look up old exes and see if they'll want to hook up. Okay. And I've seen that unfortunately happen. I've seen it with people I know, people who I don't know, but I've worked with, who've hit that point of, yeah, I kind of fooled around, and this is where, and I didn't pick anyone, and now I have no one. So she's in the, I'm going to fuck around, and eventually she's going to find out. Regardless of it, the quality of the movie, I think, is pretty solid. It's a good first attempt for a movie, especially for a comedy. Like it's not really a black comedy.
Comedy. I never heard that before.
Comedy. That's from Red Letter Media, but it's a comedy was a word they made up. Their YouTube channel. Checking them out. They're huge. Red Letter Media. It's comedy is a non-comedy. It's basically a comedy that normally they would say a joke or something would happen, and instead of getting a smile, you frown. So it's an inverse of a comedy. So I didn't laugh. I laughed a couple of times or chuckled because of how ridiculous it got. But a lot of this was just like, I had like maybe a half smile, and then something would happen, and then I frowned. And that's the point. And so that's why this movie is a comedy.
All right. Hey, thank you, Lucky Dog. Thanks for stopping by, man. Yeah, go get that food, man.
Get your stuff.
We already did the long walk though, but you can catch the VOD of that. Yeah. So what was your rating there?
Despite how I feel overall on it and the other qualities on it, I think it's shot well. It's got a funny ass, like, going through the glass is probably the funniest part in the whole movie. Just that reaction, crazy ridiculousness. The rest of the movie, I'm okay. Like, I don't know. I'm kind of on overall. I'm gonna give it a low tune in. I think for a first attempt, I think it's a solid first attempt, but it just didn't hit me. And I'm gonna give it a low tune in. But I will say it is far better than Dakota's other movie.
Okay.
At least that one was like, had its many other problems, but at least this one knew what it was trying to be. And it stuck to its guns, even if it's not with my taste.
I'd give it a stronger tune in than you. Liked it quite a bit. Like you said, I mean, comedy there. Yeah, there's some jokes here that it's just like, these are people are fucked up.
And yeah, it's really, that's why I'm like, well,
I mean, these people are messed up there. Even at the end, it's like I said, are things gonna be okay?
Yeah.
Probably not, but whatever. This is a position. This
Yeah.
is
I mean,
this
the
life.
movie never made me feel greasy. It never made me feel like, oh god, I'm watching Red Rocket or something like that.
Yeah, these people aren't as bad
Yeah.
as
No.
that
No. No.
guy.
No. So I
Uh,
just want to make that very clear. They're assholes for like. That's why compared to Judd Apatow, these are like more assholish characters than Judd Apatow characters. Like in Judd Apatow movies, they would try to like sort of redeem these characters or try to have some things. It's like, yeah, let's cut that in half. Let's have a little bit, but not
mm.
that much.
Yeah. So like I said, if you like watching fucked up people do fucked up things and be assholes and crazy kind of situations, then probably this is the movie
Yeah,
for
you have a
you.
perfect pairing to Friendship or a bunch of other crazy shit like that, where you're like, okay, let's watch this, then Friendship.
Yeah.
What if I
But
love you too much?
but I think it works on that. I haven't seen anything from this director before.
Yes, this is the other one was Climb, if I recall.
Yeah, I haven't seen that movie. I haven't seen that. But I think this kind of works there on those level. And like I said, there's some good moments in here. The fight is great. There's a scene with you have Nicholas Braun, who people might know from Succession, who comes in. He's like the mentalist that she dates, Ashley's character. And that's a good scene when he's trying to entertain the kids. I think that's funny. But yeah, just seeing these people in the love life and just how messed up it all is, and convoluted and crazy and all this chaos is, I think, kind of interesting. And just this movie, I'm about to review another movie called Threesome later. It just seems like that's kind of like a big thing in media now, like open marriages and open relationships and thruples and poly and all this other stuff. Seems like it's just like a thing big in media now, like I guess, because it's just getting more popularity, I guess.
I it's a very, very, very niche thing that they're trying to make into a thing, but I have never heard of a single. It's extremely, extremely rare. It, I've never heard of a single poly relationship or open relationship that actually has a good longevity to it.
Mm,
It even when they did it in the 60s and 70s when they would do the swingers and they had the married couple who the husband and wife who would be swingers and they go to a party and then they both agree that it would be okay, we'll get other people involved, but it'd be they would have rules and dictations. There would always be a catching feelings eventually, or one would break the rules, or something would happen. Very few kept
mm,
swinging kept that. There were very few that made it out, even during the heyday of more open relationships in the 60s and 70s, and Love Child and stuff like that. So you're trying to bring that was at its height. That was the golden age of them trying to do weird, unconventional, non-nuclear family stuff. You're gonna try that in this day and age?
mm.
With no discipline? Okay, good luck.
Yeah. I mean, I talked to a guy that's into that type of stuff that knows a lot about it and is friends with people in it as well. Yeah, he says the success rate is not that high.
No, it's extremely, extremely low.
Yeah. So, but yeah, low tune in for you.
Yeah,
And I give it or more of a strong tune in for
yeah.
me. For Splitsville. Uh,
Splitsville. I like the name though. It's apropos.
yeah. It's better than just the threesome. I mean, you couldn't come up
Oh
with a
yeah,
better
I know. I was like, when you
like
put that in, I thought you typed mistakenly.
no.
And then I
I was
looked it up, I'm like, oh, that is a movie. And it's not what you think it is either.
yeah. So yeah, that was our review, Splitsville.
Yep.
All right. I'm gonna do a solo review.
Solo
Speaking about
dolo.
that movie, and then we're gonna do one last one, and we'll be heading out of here. Rate somebody.
Mhm.
Um, Hunter said, "What about a threesome?" Yeah, well, we need one more person, man. If you want to hop in, yeah, we're looking for another person, man. But it's a movie that's out in theaters right now. And Lucky Dog, hey, give me something too while you're out there, man. While you're grabbing some food. Depends on what it is, though. If it's crap, then I don't want it. There.
Why
Uh,
even ask then?
oh well, hey, just in case. Well, tell me first what you're getting, and then
There,
I'll
you could
tell
have
you if I
started with
want.
that.
Yeah, tell me first what you're getting, and I'll see if I want it or not. But yeah, I'm gonna do this. Let me pull my notes for this, and we go ahead and get started. Yeah, on this review. Man, good thing I have my water, man. Doing all these reviews, the throat gets parched, mouth gets parched there.
Mm.
Doing all these reviews. All right. All right. So next review of the day is going to be a movie I saw. Dustin not get a chance to see, and that is for a movie called The Threesome. The threesome there. It's about, well, as you guess from the title, people who have a threesome. You have a man and two women there, and you think, hey, this is every guy's fantasy, right? I mean, who wouldn't want to have a threesome with two other women? That's kind of every guy's fantasy, what every guy dreams of there. But once he has that threesome afterwards, the two women end up pregnant, and he has to take care of. He ends up having to coach the women and help the women and balance both women and dealing with both of them being pregnant there. And of course, that kind of gets kind of wild there, of all these emotions and feelings involved in that, of trying to take care of both these women who are very too emotionally, obviously pregnant women there. And that's kind of the setup that you have with this movie there. And this movie stars here Jonah Horror King there. Pull out game week hashtag. Yeah, they do actually make a joke about that. One of his friends in there, who's an actor named Jabuki. He's people saw him.
Maybe he should not throw a glass house shouldn't throw stones with a name like Jabuki.
Well, that's the actor. I don't know his character's name in the movie. Yeah, people might know this guy. He was the prince in Little Mermaid. This actor here, he plays Connor. Then you also have the two women, Zoe Deutch, who's in this. She was in Juror Number 2. She was in that Clint Eastwood movie. People might have seen her in that. Then you also have Ruby Cruz, who's the other woman there. I think hey, she was in Bottoms too. Oh, okay. Hey, it's Bottoms week.
There we go. We're just talking about that.
Yeah. Now that I see that she was in Bottoms, I do remember her. She was the woman that was like, I think the lesbian. I think she was the girl that used to wear the flannel and stuff. Okay, she looks a little bit different here. Okay, with the longer hair. Okay, I do remember her in Bottoms. But yeah, you have Zoe Deutch in this, who her character, she's a lot more like sardonic and sarcastic, and she makes a lot of jokes and things like that. I mean, she's very kind of, kind of a little standoffish to a degree there. Ruby Cruz, her character, Jenny, she's religious. I mean, she comes from a very religious household. So, she's like, hey, listen, I'm not going to abort the baby. I'm religious, and I just don't believe in that. And I'm going to carry this baby all the way to term there. So that's kind of the aspect of her character, and very super sweet, nice girl. We see from this there, in this film. The thing about this movie is that, it feels kind of like an episode. It feels like a pilot of a CBS sitcom, like the whole kind of setup, the premise of it. The guy's got these two women pregnant. Oh my God, what is he gonna do? Isn't this wacky? Isn't this crazy? And then there's like a scene where both the women, they go to the same OBGYN. It's like, oh my God, they're at the same doctor. Isn't this awkward? Like it feels like there's moments in this where there's supposed to be a laugh track, but there isn't one in it, which I thought that was, yeah, it kind of has that kind of feeling to it. This kind of Lifetime movie, CBS sitcom type of thing going on. The people in the movie, I mean, we just talked about a movie called Splitsville, which had some very fucked up people in it. Hunter said, so no abortion, but premarital sex. Oh, what a, well, hey, man. And she also says in this movie, like, this isn't the first time she's had a threesome either. Like, this is the first time. So she's very experienced with that. But yeah, it kind of has that feeling to it. And we just talked about another movie, Splitsville, which was very biting, about these fucked up people. This feel like it could use some edge to it, and use kind of some of that, because a lot of these people are kind of just generic, really. Like the Connor guy, he kind of is kind of just generic kind of guy person, good guy a little bit there. It's like, oh man, I can't believe this is happening, but I'm going to try to step up. Like it's not really all that interesting there. I didn't think there was much there. Like I say, he has friends in this movie. Like he has this crew of guys in it. One of them is the actor I mentioned, Jabuki there, who's his best friend. Funny guy. He's a comedic writer, also comedian as well. He gets some stuff to do that I think is okay. That works all right, but nothing really there. The only actor character I liked a lot in it was an actor who plays Ruby Cruz's father in it. I'm trying to look for his name. He's actually really good. I liked him a lot in
Was
it.
he the guy at the barbecue?
Yeah,
Yeah, I
Robert.
got a vibe right away. As soon as I saw him, I was like, I would like that guy.
Yeah, he
Got
instantly
the
hates.
flannel and everything.
He instantly hates the Connor guy. He's like, "You got my girl pregnant. You're not gonna marry her. Like, what the fuck?"
I mean,
Uh,
that's a fair reaction.
yeah, I mean, it's a fair
You
reaction.
knocked up my daughter, and you're not even gonna do anything about it? He's like, "Well, to be fair, sir, we had a threesome punch."
Yeah. And yeah, so and there's something that happens with him and the Connor character later on that's the biggest laugh I got in the whole
Oh,
movie.
wow,
But
okay.
when it was ever like him on screen, I liked it because it was like tense and funny and it was like really good. But other
Well,
than
there you
that,
go. That's something.
yeah, that's something. So that's why I'm not gonna give it like, waste a fucking film or burn it or anything
Oh
like
my
that. I
god.
think this is more like a stream it type
Mm.
territory there. It's kind of more on that level for me. Yeah, I mean, it's just kind of like it's just fine. It's okay. It's meh, really. Like I said, it just feels some jokes feel like it's waiting for the laugh track.
Okay.
It's just like, okay, when's the other shoe gonna drop, or when's the other kind of thing gonna drop? Like, hey, this is kind of funny, but it kind of has that feeling to it. But yeah, I mean, it's just kind of a plain stream it. There. The only reason I kind of saw this movie is because I saw everything else in theaters and I had a day off of work and I just was like, oh fucking I'm bored. Like, okay, what haven't I seen yet? Oh, Threesome. Okay. The
Alright.
title is okay, The Threesome. All right. So I was like, oh shit, porno. Oh shit, let me go to the theater.
Alright.
No,
This hasn't happened since the 70s.
yeah. Pee Wee Herman. Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
But no, I mean, I was like, oh sure, let me just go check it out. And I went to go see it. And I was like, oh, okay, all right. Just that was fine. So yeah, just kind of a plain stream it for the Threesome there. There you go. Hunter said, finally a movie I can relate to outside of the weak pullout game. Incoming, this is cinema from me,
Oh
LOL.
my god.
Yeah. So hey, listen, Hunter's into that. Well,
Well,
Hunter's got it.
yeah.
Yeah, so he's got it. All right. So that was our review for the Threesome there. All right. We got one last review. And we'll
Alright.
be heading out of here. Oh, right there. Let me pull up my notes for this one.
Go for it. I
Yeah,
don't have a lot of notes for this one because
really, man. This is
what's
the
there left
last.
to say?
This is the last rights, man. This is the last one, man.
Sure.
When the horror movies they put last in it and final, that's it.
A final nightmare.
Yeah, that's it. They ain't not doing no more, man.
Jason's dead for the final time, for reals this time.
Oh man. All right, let's do this. Okay. So our last review of the day. Hey, Hunter's already made a prediction. Let's see if it's true. Waste of film incoming there from Dust with this movie. Let's see if it's true. So our last review of the day is going to be for a film called The Conjuring. Last rights here. This is slated to be the last Conjuring film. We'll see. We'll see about that. But this is slated to be the last Conjuring film here. And this movie, the first one, which came out, I believe, in 2013.
Yeah, it's been a long haul.
So this movie, well, they've been doing these movies for over a decade. Wow.
Yeah, man. You can see that in their face.
Yeah, I guess they look a little bit older there.
Yeah,
they do. Look,
Ed and Lorraine Warren.
But yeah, 2013, and this sparked a whole franchise: the Annabelle movies, the Nun movies, the what was it, Bella LaRosa? What the hell that movie was called?
La Llorona.
La Rosa, some shit like that.
La Llorona.
La Llorona, yeah, that one. So it sparked a whole universe franchise there.
It's like it's the new Amityville horror.
Yeah.
Annabelle the Creation. Annabelle.
3 Annabelle
The
movies,
Nun.
2 Nun movies.
2 Nun movies.
La Rosa movie. Yeah, this is like many entries in this. And this is the 3rd one. Am I correct? Or is this the 4th one?
So technically this is the 4th Conjuring, but it's the 9th in the filmography.
Yes. Okay. Yes, you are correct. Yeah. So it's the 9th in the whole kind of franchise thing, universe.
Which was started by James Wan. The devilish James Wan.
Who isn't directing this one. You have a Michael Chaves who's directing this one. And his filmography, he actually directed he pretty much is like one of those Marvel directors that you see them direct one TV show and you look at their filmography, it's like they've done nothing but Marvel shit.
Yeah.
It's like kind of when you look at his filmography, he's done nothing but Conjuring shit because his rest of his movies is like The Nun 2, The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It, and The Curse of La Llorona. Llorona there. You got that
apparently he does show up as a wedding guest.
Who, James Wan or Michael J? Yeah, he does show. Wait, man, come on, me spoiling it, man. Hey, that's hey, good stuff there that people probably want to see at the end there. But yeah, so he's done nothing but kind of Conjuring universe stuff. So he's done this one, like I said, 9th installment, 4th movie. They're in the Conjuring series of films. And like I said, Ed and Lorraine Lauren are back there. Vera Farmiga, Patrick Wilson there playing Ed and Lorraine. Based on real life people, ghost kind of hunters there. And then the movies, the Conjuring movies, they always open up with like, this is a real story, and this case that the Warrens take on is the most deadliest, scariest case that they've ever done. I feel like they've done that for the last like 2 movies. They've said that this case is the most scariest, dangerous case that the Warrens have ever faced. I was like, did y'all say that last?
We're afraid to print this to make a movie about it because if we do, it might conjure spirits, and you too might become possessed by whatever happened to that Annabelle doll.
Yeah. And it's always the same thing. There's always a family. The family's haunted. They're in a house and they're haunted by something. And the Warrens have to come in and then bust the ghost. That's what they got to do.
Absolute spookums.
Yeah. This is set in 1986. We see, like you said, the Warrens are older. This movie is, like I said, the first one started in 2013. So it's over a decade they've been doing these. Their daughter is, I think she's kind of like what, college age, like 20s or late teens there. So college age, so their daughter is like becoming more of an adult. They've kind of taken a step back. They haven't done as many cases that they've done before. They more done like teaching and things like that now to a classroom of 10 people at best. Or 5. Small. Yeah, like maybe even 10 is being generous. Like 5 people. 2 are just trolls or just people there.
Yeah. I mean, you have to expect that.
Yeah. Then the other person's there just because they need the college credit. It's like I just need
that's what I would do.
Yeah, this is an easy class. I need the credits for this.
Spook me.
Yeah, something to just put me down for easy class.
Come on. That's like the from Futurama with the professor. He doesn't actually want to teach a class. He just has it to keep his status as professor.
So yeah, that's what you can get going on. And and also another reason they've kind of taken a step back is Ed, Patrick Wilson is, he's kind of having some issues with his heart. He's had some heart attacks before. Can he continue to do this line of work there? Because busting ghosts is scary, man. Scary stuff. This ain't good for the heart, man. Mm-hmm. So yeah. Can he continue to do this? They even you see in the trailer, he's like, "Oh god damn!" Like, what am I gonna do?
I'm coming, Elizabeth.
Damn, somebody's got to get me out of these fucking movies. So yeah, that's what you kind of got. So it's extra stakes we got in this movie because
will Ed die in this movie?
Will he make it out? Yeah, so you got some little extra stakes. Dusk, what are your thoughts here? Conjuring Last Rites, man.
There's too many damn movies, man. Mm-hmm. There's too many. I'm getting too old for this, man. We've been doing this almost 8 years now.
Almost, yeah.
Yeah, almost 8 years, man.
We're like the Warrens, man. We've been doing it for a minute.
We have. It's been as long. It's been a long journey. I think actually one of our first early reviews was with me. I think Nick might have been there. It might have been The Conjuring 2. Might have been The Conjuring 2, I think. That or Annabelle. I can't remember. But so this franchise is a storied franchise, sort of. We've seen a few of them. We've seen a lot of horror movies. And man, I want to say that this movie was good, but I just can't. This movie was bad. This movie was bad. It wasn't like awful, because Patrick Wilson and Vera Farmiga, they're doing the best they can. They're trying so hard on such a limited material. And I also want you to know, James Wan helped write this story. He's written a lot of the stories as well. He may not direct them, but he has written a lot of the stories. But man, that's the thing about James Wan. If you let James Wan be James Wan, you get Malignant. Now,
Mm.
Malignant was glorious, and I don't know what the hell he was trying to go for, but I wish it was as crazy as Malignant, because you get it in the third act, but it takes a while to get there. In the meantime, you're like, oh, am I having a heart attack? Oh, am I gonna make it? It's like, we know what happens to you. We
Mm.
we know. We know how long you make it. This is based on a real story. We
Well,
know.
who knows? They could change it. I mean, this shit, none of the shit they did is in this. I mean, they could change the shit. I mean, why not?
Yeah, they could. Why not? I guess. No. But man, they just. Oh my god, it's this movie. This movie is on its. I hope this is this last movie, because it is on its last gasp. This movie franchise should have been over 4 movies ago.
So they shouldn't even made a sequel. They should have just made just the one.
I mean, no, I'm talking about order of 9. Cut
Oh,
out
okay.
the sequels. Leave it at the Conjuring 2. You can have your spin-offs. Just leave 3 and 4 out of this. What we're doing. But you know what? Everybody needs a paycheck. That's what this movie is. Conjuring, the last paycheck.
I mean, this is doing really well at the box office.
I bet it is. It's horror. Horror makes money, man. People want horror movies.
And we've been on a good streak of horror movies. We've had Bring Her Back and Weapons. And I even like that Steven Soderbergh movie a lot, Presence. I thought I really liked quite a bit. And I was like, man, we on a great streak of horror. And then I saw this shit. And I was like, oh shit, it's ended now. Like that streak is gone. Because after this, I mean, I enjoyed the first one a lot. I remember it. I haven't rewatched it much since. I think the year it came out. But I think what was so good about the first one was that it took the basic setup haunted house movie kind of thing, but it was able to execute it very well. And with Vera Farmiga, Patrick Wilson, with the family, everything like that. But then the sequels just became more of the same. It became more of the same jump scares, more of the same monsters kind of thing going on that they have to fight in battle and exercise and all this other stuff. It's like, okay, it's kind of more of the same kind of things there. And I remember, people might remember this movie because the first Conjuring, it was famous for having that clap scene. They do that. They do something similar here where there's like a creature that's pulling on like a phone cord and everything like that. I mean, and this being in the 80s, they make sure to let you know, yes, it's the 80s, and we're going to do references to Ghostbusters and SNL and a bunch of other 80s things there. They do that. Person's watching Knight Rider on the TV. They kind of do it that way, to make sure it's in the 80s there. But I still, I enjoy Vera Farmiga and Patrick Wilson as these characters of Ed and Lorraine.
Yeah, they're the best part. They're the reason why you show up to this franchise is for them. Because they're just working class actors.
Yeah. I always remember that about Patrick Wilson. People said he's the most famous non-famous guy ever because he's been
true.
He's been in these multi-billion-dollar franchises, The Conjuring, Aquaman.
Oh yeah.
But
he's often the best part of them.
Yeah, but I bet if you showed a picture to a bunch of people on the street and go like, "Who is this?" People would be like, "Oh, it's that guy from that thing. What's his name?" Yeah, they wouldn't be able to say his name. He's not like
they wouldn't. But
Brad
it'd be
Pitt.
like, I know this guy. I like him. Where's he from? He's from something.
Something. Yeah. So
his name is like at best you might get somebody who's like his name is Patrick, right? You're like, yeah, you got halfway there.
Yeah,
it is
halfway.
I knew it.
What do you think about the daughter now that they have another dynamic in the family?
Man. Oh my god. You know what? I can't be too harsh on her considering her 2 previous experiences is on a Netflix TV show and like the 2 of them. But man, this is some BritBox trash. Like she's just doing the best she can, but what they give her to do, oh man, that's just
Mia Tomlinson is her name there. She kind of looks like a kind of Rebecca Ferguson, like a younger Rebecca Ferguson.
I can see that
a little bit there. But yeah, she's the daughter there. Her name in the movie is Judy Warren. They sound like country singer.
Judy.
Judy Warren there, and this is her first film ever. Seems like
Yeah,
this is her
yeah.
first
She's
one.
been on 2 previous things. I mean, she's a cute girl. She's good looking,
Yeah.
but there's nothing given to her for this, especially what they have to have her do. That is ridiculous.
Yeah. See,
Honestly, a
especially
waste.
right there. Yeah, she does look a lot like Rebecca Ferguson, especially
Yeah,
like right here.
yeah. I believe that's from the Netflix pirate movie. She was
Oh,
like
okay.
She was Anne Bonny. I just looked it up.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the Lost Pirate Kingdom.
Yeah.
You gonna watch that after this?
Hell no.
Lost Pirate Kingdom there. Yeah, so she's the daughter. Her storyline is that I mean, there was some like it that opening was kind of intense. I did like the opening of the movie
Yeah.
where
When
you
they're in
see
the
that
1960s and they're expecting.
yeah, which Hunter put on some like, this shit is making money. This will be not the last one. Prequel miniseries, they'll find a way
Oh
to
yeah,
keep the
that's
shit
it.
going. So it does set up like maybe they could do like, oh hey, are y'all interested in maybe a prequel, like younger Warrens, the adventures of the young
Oh
Warrens, where
my
they're going
god,
on?
they'll just make that into a TV series, The Adventure of the Young Warrens. Just like God, what was that movie with about father about the priests, and they're gonna go battle evil and they're gonna go around the world, and we oh my god, he was played by Russell Crowe.
Oh yeah, wasn't it just called like The Priest? Wasn't it?
Yeah, it
Wasn't
was
it
like the
called?
priest, and like, yeah, we're gonna go Avenger style. We're gonna fight evil and fight Satan.
Oh, the Pope's Exorcist.
The
Yeah.
Pope's Exodus. Thank you, Real Pineapple. Yeah, and I was just
Uh,
like, I guess you could do a series on that. I guess why not?
because Conjuring is what WB, right?
Yeah,
That's Warner Brothers.
yeah.
Uh,
What did Warner Brothers have to lose? They're already $30 billion in debt, anyways.
Yeah, well, Paramount, I don't know, maybe I don't want to just sidetrack the review, but I don't know, they may be picking them up, right? Paramount's gonna be buying
We'll
Warner Bros.
see. God, I hope they don't, because that just means we're losing more of the kingpins. First, Fox got absorbed by Disney. Now Paramount's going to absorb WB. It was split by 5, and that'll just be 3.
Yeah.
No,
Um,
please, no more merges. I agree.
yeah. So that's probably coming down the pipeline is like a
Oh yeah,
HBO Max series like Young Warrens, you know what I mean? The
yeah, exactly.
Conjuring: Young Warren Adventures or some shit like that.
If they make it for $10, they can do it for multiple seasons, and people will still watch it.
Yeah.
Make their
Um
money back.
Yeah, but so I did like the kind of the opening of that, where it's them like in the 60s and Lorraine's pregnant. That was kind of intense. And then she gives birth, and then it's kind of like Judy Warren has like this demon attached to her, and there's kind of that going on. Also, she has like a boyfriend now. And the boyfriend is played by Ben Hardy, who people might know he was in X-Men Apocalypse. He was Archangel in that. He kind of looks like that other dude from the X-Men movie in Logan. What's that actor's name? Boyd Holbrook. He kind of looks like a Boyd Holbrook type guy.
Mm.
That's not really interesting, that relationship or anything kind of going on there. I
No,
don't think that that's particularly fascinating there. And then you also have the thing where, like I said, she's also kind of getting involved there because she's kind of got the same abilities as her mother, because her mother, Lorraine, is what do you call it? Like a medium. I think
yeah,
it's
she's a medium.
a medium there. I don't really think she was that, like I said, the daughter or anything there. I think still the main attraction is Vera Farmiga and Patrick Wilson. Like I said, in terms of, are they going to continue this? Yeah, because it's going to make a lot of money. Can you continue this without
Patrick will
Vera
they'll take the money. They'll
Yeah,
take the money.
but do you think this can carry on with like
No,
Mia Thompson and Ben
no,
Hardy as
not
like
at
the new
all.
Warrens? Like I don't really think
No,
so. No.
no, I can't. Look, I'm gonna be perfectly honest. I watched this not just because it's our podcast. I watched this because I like Patrick Wilson and I like Vera. I like them. I like them together. I like them as a couple in this. I think they have great chemistry. I don't give two tosses about Mia Tomlinson, because they didn't give her much to do. And yeah, like a dog says it best, it's like a third of this movie. Just like straight, it's just meet the parents for 45 minutes without the comedy.
Yeah. It's the interaction between them is like not very good. I was like, oh, it's kind of basic.
You know
Yeah.
what? If they were gonna go stupid, they should have just gone all the way.
What do you mean by
Make him,
that? What do you,
oh no, make him like the boyfriend. They're just gonna be making up stuff. Might as well be. I mean, they
meet
have
the
been since the series. Let's be honest. But if they're gonna do it, just go all the way. Make him like he's like ancient uh ancient demon, or he's like her guardian angel who wants to protect her, and he fell in love with her, and do some like a charm dumb crap. Really hook the people in. Really just go all the way, and then he transforms into an angel to save her life, and she uses her psychic powers to bring down a beer on Jason Voorhees. Oh wait, that's a different franchise.
Oh man, yeah. So that I mean, as far as things I liked, I mean, it's just like I mean, like I said, I like them. I just have way more negative things to say. It's just the same old
By the
of
way, Real
them.
Pineapple, really deep cut, really deep cut. I appreciate that. For anyone who gets that reference or knows what I'm
Uh,
talking about.
does one of the
That,
ghosts haunt the hot daughter and say, "Can I keep you?"
yeah, that's from
LOL.
Casper, the Friendly Ghost.
Oh,
That's from the
yeah,
movie.
gotcha. Okay. And then Lucky Dog says, "I thought there was gonna be a big twist with him."
Yeah, I
Like
thought
he,
so too. I would have laughed and gone all the way with gone all the way with if he just was like, this is a DC reference, but if he was Jason Blood, and he just starts saying, "Gone, gone, the former man, enter the demon Etrigan," and he just transforms into a demon and just starts fighting.
uh, that would have made the movie 10 times more interesting there. He kind of has like a Constantine look to him, I guess. The blonde hair, I guess, kind of a little bit
Let's
of
do
it.
it. Why not? Who gives a crap? Who
Yeah,
cares?
yeah. James Gunn, maybe watching this, maybe James
Yeah,
Gunn. Hey,
well, hook me up. I'll do a
yeah.
better job than you did with Superman. Easy.
Uh, um. So, what would be your final thoughts rating there, man, for Conjuring: The Last Rites? What do you?
uh man. Yeah, man, there's nothing really here, man. The first 45 minutes are dragging you along, kind of reminding you, do you remember? Do you remember? You remember all the previous movies that you've seen? Well, it's coming to an end, I guess. So let's try to wrap this up, even though we'll see if this is the last movie. But if it makes money, we're totally gonna get it.
Mm,
Uh, yeah, no, this is not a waste. This isn't a waste of film, and I don't because I don't hate it. And this isn't like a burn it because I think it's a destroy it. This is just a skip it, man. This is
yeah,
the lowest of low skip it because there's some decency here, and I enjoyed certain aspects of it. The technique is solid, but it's just the same thing. It's the same thing.
mm,
And Pat Patrick, like, look, oh my god, Patrick Wilson and Vera, they can only do so much.
mm. Yeah. Same thing that you've seen before. Family, like I said, family haunted, and then it's just accepting this. It's just longer till the Warrens get to them because they have to
Yeah,
do all this. Like, oh, we're retired and we're not going to do it, and we refuse.
one last time.
But they're gonna do it.
Yeah,
Obviously, they gotta
like why
fucking
we
do it. So
keep
what's the
doing this?
what's the fucking point of dragging this shit out? Like, it's not that compelling
I
to see.
paid good money to see what I wanted to see. Come on, let's
You
hurry it
know they're
up.
gonna exercise some demons. You know what I mean? Like, come on,
When
what are
is
we
it? When
doing?
is he gonna get a? When is he gonna get his silver brass knuckles that were dipped in holy water, and he's gonna punch the demon out of somebody? Come on, John Constantine, this up.
And the scares them in themselves. It's the same kind of scares and things like that, like stuff that's falling and people screaming, or like, oh,
Yeah.
people get spooked, like the ghost comes out and goes boo, and then everybody go, oh, you know what I mean? Like it's kind of the same thing there.
You
The
know,
ghosts
yeah.
and demons in this aren't that interesting
Nah,
design wise. They're not all that good there. The whole thing that's haunting them is like this mirror. And then, like, the mirror given to them by, like, their
yeah,
grandparents, which is like, why would you even buy a cracked mirror in the first place? Like, you couldn't, like,
because
at the
it looks good. It's feng shui. It fits with everything else.
there's and it's an ugly ass mirror
It
too. Like,
is.
all this stuff is ugly as fuck. It's like the Annabelle doll. Like, who would buy this doll and who would give it to their kid? Like, this doll is fucking
Yeah,
ugly.
and by the way, that doll isn't even the real life doll that it was based on. The original Annabelle doll was just a Raggedy Ann doll, just a regular ass Raggedy Ann doll.
Yeah.
But you
So
understood why a kid would have that because it's a Raggedy Ann doll.
which was very popular.
It is, and it still is on limited. Not as much, but yeah, it was very popular at the time. Raggedy Ann and Andy.
Look at that podcast. Say the trailer makes it seem like something crazy is going to happen. Third act was some stupidness. People fall down the stairs 5 times. Evil furniture was wild there.
Yeah, that made me that I was just like I was howling.
Yeah. There's some stuff like the mirror starts attacking them and everything like that.
Yeah.
Which was kind of wild. I don't know. Even with the mirror attack, I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm playing Silent Hill. It kind of reminded me of like Abstract Daddy or something like
I mean,
that. Like,
yeah, I mean, but like Silent has a lot more going for it.
yeah, but Silent Hill is actually scary. It's
Yeah,
actually
and
terrifying.
it's psychological.
Yeah, like there's a whole backstory with that and everything like that that makes it even more terrifying than just seeing that. But yeah, like the mirror starts attacking them and shit
You know
like
what's
that.
funny? Without getting into like spoilers, if we want to, I would totally love to spoil this movie, but I was more scared in the recent, and they use ghosts better in the Disney remake of the Haunted Mansion and what they do with Danny DeVito. That was more creative than anything they did in this movie.
Evil furniture can be fun, depends on how you
But
frame it. There was that movie with the crazy ass mirror. What was it called? Oculus. That was
yeah,
very good.
no, Oculus is great. That's
Yeah.
underrated.
That Mike Flanagan directed that, right?
Yeah, no, that's Oculus is generally underrated.
Yeah, that's really good. So yeah, like the Hunter said, it can be done.
Absolutely.
It can be done there.
I mean, one of the most chilling scenes in a slow burn movie with Michael Scott is the ball that comes down the stairway in the movie The Changeling. It's a haunted house movie, and that's one of the most chilling scenes in that entire movie. With a boy giggling as the ball drops all the way down the stairs. The John Wayne.
Oh, I'll say the John Wayne jump scare got me the most there. But yeah, so you gave it a skip it.
Yeah.
I'm
come on.
Yeah. I give it a high. I give it a high skip it. I give it a high skip it because I was on the verge of low streaming because, like I said, I do like them.
Yeah,
and that's about it. So I'm kind of around that territory with it.
It's like the lowest of low streamers only if you've seen everything else.
Oh, got to cash that check first.
Hey, while they're still in business.
Hey, while it's still worth money, yeah.
But you know what, Josh? They'll just what they'll do is they'll make WB the shell company, create a new company, and then just port over all the good stuff over to that company and let WB sink. But ironically, we'll own everything that WB owns. It'll just be under a different name.
This year, WB's had a great year because all their movies made, I think, over 100. Sinners, Weapons, this, Superman. So they've actually had a really profitable year this year because a lot of their movies actually done really well. Yeah. So I mean, like skip it below kind of streaming. I don't know if this is the weakest Conjuring movie. I don't remember much of the sequels. Even coming in this movie, I actually forgot they even had a fucking kid. I was like, oh wait, they had a kid. Oh shit. That's how. I mean, I was like, oh, I don't even really remember much of the sequels. But yeah, I mean, I really enjoyed the first one. Yeah, that's about it with this.
Yeah.
And this whole kind of universe in general, because I've seen like the Nun 2 and I heard the second Annabelle. I don't think I saw that. I heard that was good.
That was better than the first Annabelle.
Okay, that was like surprisingly good, or something.
That was like surprisingly decent. Like it got people by surprise. So you're like, oh, okay.
Hunter said, "Yeah, this is the best year Warner Brothers has had in years, and yet I'm watching Looney Tunes on Tubi." Yeah,
because, they got rid of the Annabelle. There's the first Annabelle, which was like, and then David F. Sandberg with Annabelle Creation. That one had the whole. Hey, do you guys want young directors? You guys want to give us a little bit of your film and short film contest? By the way, whatever you put into this contest, we own for the next 20 years, 10 years. So if we decide to do anything with it, we'll give you like $300 if you win. That's the only compensation we ever have to give, but we own the rights to everything in it.
Yeah.
No wonder most people didn't do that contest.
It's like, yeah, I'm getting hard.
I'll just do it myself on YouTube.
labor. Yeah, do your own. Yeah, make your
Yeah.
own horror movie like Chris
Also,
Stuckman,
The Real
Chevy Oaks.
Pineapple. Yeah, I feel you. Looney Tunes on Tubi. Honestly, what WCB should just do is just start having order copies of high 4K versions and just start working on their Warner Brothers archive and actually just start asking for orders and doing it by an order basis of doing Blu-rays and 4K. Get the whole Looney Tunes collection. Get it in like 5 or 6 volumes. Do you know how many people would buy the entire collection of Looney Tunes? Controversial cartoons and all of it, all
Mm,
all remastered, all like done properly, no censorship, just to own on top of already paying for your streaming service on Tubi and Max.
yeah. Um. So
They want to make
yeah.
easy money, do that. They have so much in their archive, not doing anything.
Uh. 2 skippets for
Yeah.
The Conjuring, the last right. Shows you how good this movie. We're talking about Looney Tunes, talking about some bugs, but
Hey man,
how good
I
this
had
movie
more
was.
fun. Hey man, I had more fun watching that with Porky Pig and Daffy Duck when they did the 2D movie that they just let die.
That should be the next Looney Tunes movie. Looney Tunes, The Conjuring, Looney Tunes. Where
You know
yeah,
what? If they could easily, they could do that. Get Bugs Bunny and Lola Bunny in here and just do a parody. That actually would totally work. He just like puts his ears down. He has like fake glasses on, and they all have to act all restrained and stuff. And Daffy Duck is like their weird guy that they bring in to like conjure things up.
yeah,
Yeah, like that would totally work. Just start making fun of all the things you own. You have the
yeah.
Looney Tunes.
Like
Start doing music. Start doing opera and
Animaniacs or
music
something
again and teaching kids.
like they did another like Animaniacs or something like
Yeah,
that.
they
Yeah.
have it.
Hunter said that movie fucking ruined my top 5 of this year. I think he's talking about that
Yeah,
Looney Tunes movie.
the Looney
Uh,
Tunes movie, yeah.
Looney Tunes blew up the earth or something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah, that was man, I was like one of the few people saw it in theaters.
He's not wrong. They should actually try doing a different genre within the same franchise. So yeah, maybe that'll work.
Yeah,
Um,
why not? Go for it. At this point, go for it.
yeah.
Like I said, man, I want to see Patrick Wilson razzling some ghosts and demons. Get some silver gauntlets or get some silver knuckles. And just start punching demons in the
It becomes
face.
like what Supernatural or something.
Yeah,
that
fuck it.
TV
Why
show.
not? Who cares?
Yeah.
You're this
Uh,
far. They practically had this at the very end of this movie, anyways, but lamer.
Yeah. So 2 skippets. Conjuring last rites there, people. Yeah. All right. We'll head out of here. Thank you so much, Lucky Dog. Thank you, Hunter.
Yeah, guys.
Thank
Thanks
you,
for being
Lemmy
here.
Winks, for stopping by. Made this stream much more enjoyable by having your
Yeah.
commentary in here. Thank you, Dust, for joining me this Friday, man. Thank you for seeing all these movies.
Of course. We saw some crazy movies.
I'll be back streaming Monday. I'll be with Sage from Rated M for Immaturity there. We'll be doing a mid-season review of Peacemaker Season 2. Are you watching Peacemaker Season 2?
I've seen a couple of the episodes. It's up to 3, right?
4 now.
Okay, 4 now. Okay, I've seen up to 3.
Okay. Yeah, they just dropped their 4th episode there. Hey, take care. Have a good night there.
Thanks, Lucky Dog.
So up to 4 now. So we're doing a mid-season review. We were gonna do a mid-season kind of review of Alien, but it's already almost done.
Yeah, it's pretty much done, man.
So we're gonna wait till it's done and then we'll do a review of that later on. But yeah, Monday we got the Peacemaker, and then also Monday, what else we'll do there? We'll since that sequel got announced there, Man of Tomorrow, we'll kind of pitch ideas and things like that about that and discuss that, the Man of Tomorrow sequel, with that one and what we want to see from that. He's got no video game reviews right now. Sage is his PS5 broke, so he has to get a new one, unfortunately. So that's
Ripperoni.
Yeah, that's gone there. But so that's what we got for Monday there. Wednesday, I don't have anything planned. Friday, hopefully Dust, the main man, can join me again Friday.
I should be able to.
Him is coming out next week. I feel like what is another movie coming out next? I'm missing something. I know I am. That's another one coming out. I can't think of it at the moment, but I'm really excited to see him. That's been one of my anticipated movies coming out there. I forgot Monday, Demon Slayer. I forgot that we're gonna do Demon Slayer. Forgot that as well. Are you gonna see that Spinal Tap sequel? Are you gonna see that?
Because that's kind of have to.
Okay, I mean you don't.
I love the original Spinal Tap. I kind of have to.
Okay, we did a retro review for the first one.
It's
Um,
crazy how well that thing's held up.
yeah, still really fun. I love that movie. So they did
So
a sequel.
well, why? You could have just rated it up to 10, but it's 11.
I did play that clip there when I did the review there, but yeah, it's classic. So the sequel's out right now. Spinal Tap 2: The End Continues. So you gonna see that?
I'll check it out.
Okay, so we'll do that Friday. We'll do that one. Him. I'm doing Demon Slayer with Sage Monday. Yeah, so I think we'll get covered there with that. But yeah, that's what we get on the docket. I'm gonna go ahead raid Parapooch. She's on right now. New streamer I followed, so I'll go ahead and give her a raid there. Oh yeah, The Strangers Chapter 2. Yeah, that's coming. That's coming, I think, at the same week as that Paul Thomas Anderson movie, right? One Battle After the Other, I think.
Oh.
Which I'm hearing amazing things about. I hear that's really good.
Mhm.
That movie, so I can't wait to see that. Do you think somebody was mentioning, because the subject matter of that movie? Do you think it's like one of those crazy coincidence movie things where it's like, oh man, this is bad timing for this movie to come out? You think?
I think it's one of those situations where uh it happened to fall on bad timing.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone aside from people who would be in the knowledge would have more knowledge than we currently do could have predicted a situation like this.
Mm.
There was always a clear and present danger, of course, in situations like this, but I don't think they thought it would be that, you know.
Oh, you said the title of the movie. Oh my god.
Oh,
It just only if we were in the movie.
yeah, exactly.
That'd be better. Yeah, so there you go there. So I'm gonna send you all over to her. Give her some love there. Thank you again to Dust. Thank you again to Hunter. Thank you again to Lucky Dog Podcast. Thank you again to Lemmy when it's
Absolutely.
there. We're gonna be out of here. All right, people, stay
Stay
tuned.
tuned.
Out of here. All right, man.